Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that refuse to settle, and the epicenter of this storm seems to have landed in Orchard Park, New York, where the Buffalo Bills may be about to rewrite their offensive narrative in ways that fans have only dared to imagine in fever dreams. Rumors have been swirling all week, passing through the ether of social media and insider leaks, painting a picture that is almost cinematic in its scope. Kyle Shanahan, the offensive mastermind who orchestrated some of the most dynamic, high-octane football with the San Francisco 49ers, may finally be trading the West Coast sun for the icy winds of upstate New York. While official confirmation is still a murmur beneath the surface, insiders hint at meetings, phone calls, and confidential negotiations that have left pundits and fans alike on the edge of their seats. The very thought of Shanahan scheming with Josh Allen at quarterback evokes visions of spread concepts, motion-heavy plays, and a Bills offense that could terrorize defenses in ways that feel almost unfair. Analysts are scrambling to dissect what this means for the balance of power in the AFC East, speculating endlessly about whether this move signals a deep commitment to pushing the Bills into the elite echelon, not just in terms of playoff appearances, but with real Super Bowl-caliber aspirations. Conversations in fan forums echo the sentiment. The mere possibility of Shanahan in Orchard Park has injected a new electricity into a team and community hungry for championship glory. The NFL universe has been set alight by a rumor that refuses to fade into whispers, igniting conversations from coast to coast, with the Buffalo Bills at the epicenter of what could be the most electrifying offensive shakeup in recent memory. Sources close to the situation suggest that Kyle Shanahan, the offensive architect responsible for revolutionizing the San Francisco 49ers attack with creativity, precision, and a near-obsessive attention to detail, is in advanced talks with the Bills, hinting that Orchard Park may soon witness a transformation that rivals anything seen in the last decade. Fans, analysts, and insiders alike are trying to parse the implications, imagining Shanahan's playbook being implemented in a team led by Josh Allen, whose dual-threat capabilities could mesh perfectly with Shanahan's motion-heavy, spacing-focused approach. The mere possibility of this partnership has sent speculative analyses into overdrive, with every football discussion thread flooded with hypothetical formations, passing concepts, and explosive run schemes. Pundits are debating the impact on the AFC East hierarchy, projecting a Bills offense that could become both mercurial and methodical, capable of devastating opponents with a blend of unpredictability and meticulous game planning. Conversations at local sports bars, online communities, and broadcast panels are electric, fueled by glimpses of insider reports and cryptic comment from league executives hinting that a seismic shift may be imminent. The buzz is palpable. If Shanahan lands in Buffalo, the team could enter a new era defined by creativity, dominance, and championship ambition. Whispers around the league suggest that behind closed doors, Shanahan has been meticulously reviewing tape, evaluating personnel, and considering how best to unleash Josh Allen's talents while integrating the Bills' existing offensive weapons. There's speculation that key offensive linemen may need adjustment, receivers may see shifts in their routes, and running backs could assume roles crafted specifically to maximize Shanahan's spacing and timing schemes. Analysts are already mapping out scenarios in which the Bills' offense could dominate in both traditional down-and-distance situations and more avant-garde, RPO-heavy play calls, imagining defenses scrambling to contain the chaos. Conversations with former players and coaches suggest that Shanahan's presence alone can elevate talent, bringing out nuances in player performance that may have gone unnoticed. Fans are fervent, imagining stadiums roaring as the Bills execute misdirection plays, jet sweeps, and option reads with the precision of a team operating with an almost telepathic understanding of Shanahan's philosophy. Even skeptics concede that if the rumor solidifies into reality, it may redefine Buffalo's reputation, transforming the Bills from a perennial contender to a team that could truly dominate the narrative of the AFC, challenging entrenched powers with bold, innovative football that forces every opponent to rethink traditional defensive approaches. The air in Buffalo is thick with anticipation, a city ready to embrace a new football identity fueled by imagination, strategy, and a dash of audacity. Insiders hint that meetings in Buffalo over the past few weeks have been intense, with Shanahan reportedly working tirelessly to understand the culture, values, and mindset of the Bills' locker room, seeking alignment with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the coaching staff. Sources close to the negotiations emphasize that this is not a casual exploration. It's a calculated, deliberate process aimed at ensuring that when Shanahan steps into Orchard Park, he has the freedom and authority to implement his offensive vision. The rumor mill suggests that key decisions regarding quarterback mechanics, receiver route trees, and running back schemes have already been quietly discussed, signaling a preparation phase that could precede a blockbuster announcement. The sports media ecosystem is abuzz, with analysts, bloggers, and podcasters speculating endlessly about the timing, the potential contract structure, and the ripple effects across the AFC East. Imaginations run wild. Could the Bills suddenly exhibit a level of offensive cohesion that rivals the best teams of the past decade? Could Shanahan's experience and innovative mindset finally bridge the gap between regular season success and Super Bowl contention? While nothing has been officially confirmed, the intrigue is undeniable, and the rumors themselves have energized fans, creating a sense of possibility, urgency, and narrative tension that seems to grow with each passing day, keeping the NFL world on the edge of its collective seat, eagerly awaiting the next clue in this unfolding saga. Veteran commentators emphasize the transformative potential of Shanahan's move, suggesting that a successful integration could redefine the Bills' long-term trajectory, not merely in win-loss terms, but in establishing an enduring offensive identity. The rumor has ignited discussions about player development, highlighting how Shanahan's mentorship could refine Allen's decision-making, enhance receiver timing, and create opportunity for the running game to flourish with greater consistency and explosiveness. Even defensive analysts, typically resistant to hype, are forced to acknowledge the prospect of an offense capable of stretching fields, manipulating angles, and exploiting defensive tendencies with surgical precision. Conversations in press rooms, locker rooms, and fan forums revolve around hypothetical milestones, record-breaking potential, and the sheer thrill of witnessing a creative mind translate strategic concepts into tangible outcomes on the field. Merchandise shops, sports bars, and social media feeds are alive with conjecture. Each rumor, quote, an insider tidbit amplifying the sense that something monumental is on the horizon. Local media speculate about the narrative shift, envisioning a Bills team that commands respect league-wide, capable of thrilling their home crowd while asserting dominance on the road. The sheer layering of anticipation, strategy, and rumor creates a narrative ecosystem where every discussion reinforces the idea that Kyle Shanahan's potential arrival is not merely a transaction, but a paradigm shift, one that could redefine Buffalo football culture and ignite the imagination of fans everywhere. Speculation intensifies as insider sources hint that Shanahan has expressed interest in fully customizing the Bills' offensive scheme, considering nuanced adjustments that could maximize Allen's versatility and amplify the impact of star receivers. Analysts suggest that such strategic recalibration might involve reimagined formations, innovative pre-snap motion, and creative sequencing that challenges traditional defensive assumptions. The rumor fuels debates on forums and podcasts, where experts and fans alike dissect potential matchups, theorize play-calling sequences, and analyze how Shanahan's arrival could disrupt the balance of power in the AFC East. The possibility of high-scoring games, dynamic adjustments, and unpredictability keeps opponents guessing and creates a narrative of intrigue and suspense. Even team insiders are reportedly sharing cautious optimism, recognizing Shanahan's ability to foster cohesion, instill confidence, and elevate player performance while maintaining a disciplined approach to game management. Fans envision a season where every game is a showcase of ingenuity, athleticism, and precise execution, transforming the Bills into a team that is both formidable and fascinating to watch. The rumor-driven excitement is palpable, permeating every discussion, every speculative article, and every social media feed, turning anticipation into a collective experience that feels both immediate and potentially historic. Analysts agree that if this move materializes, it could mark a turning point, a moment when Buffalo transcends expectations and establishes an identity defined by innovation, strategy, and offensive brilliance. Even the notion of Shanahan in Buffalo has sparked imaginative scenarios about playoff strategies, divisional matchups, and Super Bowl aspirations, with commentators analyzing how his system could exploit weaknesses in rival teams' schemes while highlighting the strengths of Buffalo's roster. The rumor has inspired deep dives into Shanahan's historical offensive efficiency, his adaptability across different quarterbacks, and the potential for transformational growth in a franchise that has consistently flirted with greatness but often fallen short of ultimate success. Fans discuss hypothetical signature plays, imagining Allen executing precision-designed options, receivers navigating complex route trees, and running backs exploiting space in ways that feel almost cinematic. Sports networks highlight the cultural impact, emphasizing how Shanahan's creative philosophy could invigorate both the locker room and fan base, instilling a renewed sense of possibility, ambition, and excitement. The rumor is no longer confined to whispers. It has evolved into a pervasive narrative, a storyline that dominates conversation, fuels social media, and generates debate across every platform where football is analyzed. As analysts, insiders, and fans collectively speculate, the anticipation continues to swell, painting a vivid picture of what could be a seismic shift in Buffalo's football identity, one that promises to blend innovation, talent, and strategic mastery in a compelling, high-stakes drama that might define the next chapter of the NFL. Rumors circulating from sources close to both the 49ers and the Bills suggest that Kyle Shanahan's potential move to Orchard Park is far from a casual consideration. Rather, it is a calculated strategy that could reshape the entire offensive landscape of the franchise. Insiders claim that Shanahan has been in extensive consultations with front office personnel, evaluating how existing talent can be optimized, what gaps need to be addressed, and how his offensive philosophy can be seamlessly integrated into the Bills' identity. Analysts speculate that the playbook could see radical enhancements, including creative pre-snap motions, layered route combinations, and an emphasis on quarterback mobility that leverages Josh Allen's unique skill set. The rumor has sparked animated discussions across podcasts, social media threads, and sports news outlets, with fans dissecting every possible scenario, from red zone ingenuity to tempo shifts, while imagining the staggering potential of an offense that could dominate time of possession and scoring efficiency simultaneously. Coaches and former players who have observed Shanahan's methods emphasize his ability to cultivate not just plays, but an entire culture of adaptability, improvisation, and precision, turning average players into strategic weapons capable of executing complex designs flawlessly. Even casual observers are captivated, picturing stadiums erupting in response to rapid-fire offensive sequences orchestrated with near-choreographed brilliance. The speculation has created an almost cinematic narrative around the Bills, framing Shanahan's rumored arrival as more than a coaching change, but a potential renaissance of innovation, excitement, and championship aspiration that could resonate throughout the NFL for years. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Conversations among former players and league insiders suggest that Shanahan's rumored presence in Buffalo could redefine the quarterback-coach dynamic, bringing an unprecedented level of collaboration, analysis, and execution refinement. Sources hint that Allen may benefit from a system that blends intricate timing routes, deceptive motions, and adaptive reads, fostering a level of synergy rarely observed in professional football. Analysts speculate on how Shanahan's approach might influence receiver performance, route precision, and the overall tempo of the offense, potentially generating a unit capable of rapid strategic adjustments mid-game. The rumor has sparked fan speculation about record-breaking drives, innovative scoring sequences, and the reimagining of situational football, with each leaked insight adding layers of intrigue and expectation. Local commentators are reportedly preparing feature segments, envisioning Shanahan as the catalyst for a transformative offensive era that could cement Buffalo as an NFC East juggernaut in conceptual design and execution. Even casual followers of NFL news are drawn into the narrative, captivated by the potential spectacle and strategic brilliance that Shanahan brings to the table. The rumor itself has become a phenomenon, inspiring analyses that range from XS and OS breakdowns to cultural impact projections, reinforcing the idea that the mere possibility of Shanahan joining the Bills could reshape how the team is perceived both on and off the field. As anticipation swells, the narrative grows increasingly compelling, fueling a collective expectation that feels both immediate and historic. Insiders speculate that Shanahan's potential arrival could trigger cascading changes across the Bills' offensive infrastructure, including coaching roles, play-calling hierarchies, and strategic planning processes. The rumor suggests that the integration of his philosophy would not merely replace existing schemes, but elevate them, introducing a blend of innovation, creativity, and disciplined execution that maximizes the unique skill sets of each offensive player. Analysts dissect potential scenarios where timing, spacing, and motion combine to create defenses that are perpetually on edge, forced into reactionary play rather than proactive anticipation. Fans envision a team that dominates the line of scrimmage, exploits mismatches across the field, and executes plays with the precision of a finely tuned orchestra. Social media conversations amplify every leak, insider comment, and speculative tweet, generating a feedback loop that elevates anticipation into a near-tangible excitement, as if the city of Buffalo itself is holding its collective breath. Rival teams, according to whispers, are adjusting defensive plans in expectation of a Shanahan-led evolution, aware that even minor miscalculations could be exploited in spectacular fashion. The rumor, as it spreads, evolves into a narrative force, reshaping discussions, coverage priorities, and fan expectations, creating an atmosphere in which every practice, every interview, and every social media hint is interpreted as a potential clue in the unfolding drama. The anticipation continues to escalate, reflecting a story that feels bigger than football, resonating culturally, strategically, and emotionally with everyone invested. Discussion among analysts has turned to the long-term implications of Shanahan's rumored integration, speculating on how it could influence draft strategy, free agent acquisitions, and the development of younger offensive talent. Rumors suggest that Shanahan's approach emphasizes adaptability, precision, and situational awareness, potentially cultivating a generation of players capable of executing complex schemes under pressure. Fans project an era in which every play is layered with intention, from misdirection and motion to option reads and tempo shifts, envisioning a team that blends creativity with execution in ways that challenge conventional defensive paradigms. Insider chatter hints that the coaching staff may be reorganized to facilitate communication, strategy dissemination, and play refinement, ensuring that Shanahan's vision translates effectively onto the field. Analysts debate how his methodology could influence not only in-game performance, but also long-term team identity, culture, and competitive positioning within the AFC. The rumor generates speculative comparisons to past offensive revolutions in the NFL, positioning the potential move as a milestone capable of transforming expectations, strategies, and fan engagement. Social media reflects this speculation, with interactive discussions, highlight projections, and tactical breakdowns becoming a daily ritual for followers, further amplifying the sense of immediacy and impact. Every nuance, insider report, and potential confirmation builds the anticipation, transforming the rumor into a living narrative with layers of intrigue, strategic possibility, and cultural significance. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.